Konjiki no Gash Bell is my personal favorite battle shonen series of all time. Now, I've read plenty of manga in my day. I'm hip to the Hunter x Hunters, the Hitman Reborns, DBZ, Bleach, One Piece. Heck, even lesser known series like Veritas and Berserk. But Gash Bell, or Zatch Bell as it was called here in the West, and honestly the name I prefer, is one that has stuck with me ever since it aired on Cartoon Network's Toonami block way back on March 5th, 2005. Now, unfortunately, the English dub didn't make it past episode 77 here in the States, and that wasn't good enough for me. I decided to finish the series online with English subtitles, and was pleasantly surprised when I found out that Kiyomaru and Gash's adventures continued even further in the manga. I restarted the entire series from the beginning, but this time reading the manga, and boy oh boy did I love it. The anime definitely did not do the series justice. Luckily, by the time I had decided to read the manga, it had already finished publication in Japan. So, while waiting every week for the latest Naruto and Bleach chapters, I could easily binge on Gash Bell. The series is so good that I make it my duty to read it once a year. This year makes year number 4. I love the series so much that I even bought the raw manga volumes from a bookstore in Kyoto when I went to Japan in 2015. They didn't have the entire series in stock, but believe me, I would have bought it all if I could. And thanks to the glory of YouTube, I can finally share the joy that is Konjiki no Gash Bell to all of you. I'll be reviewing every single chapter of the series that I love so much, in hopes that it'll motivate any of you watching to check out the series and support Makoto Raiku's masterful manga. Humor me and my dying dream of Madhouse Studios giving this series a Hunter x Hunter-esque reboot that follows the manga. A man can dream. We start off with our little hero Gash, hanging onto the talons of an eagle in front of a full moon. Clearly this is no normal kid. We're then shown our next main character, Kiyomaru, an arrogant middle school genius who'd give Light Yagami and Lelouch v Britannia a run for their money. Man, talk about similar archetypes. He's so smart that school no longer stimulates him. Heck, he reads MIT essays for fun, and basically has no reason to even go to school. And even his mother can't convince him to go. Being so smart can lead to arrogance, and that arrogance is what makes his other classmates bully him. He looks down on people, and doesn't consider anyone who isn't at his level of thinking to be worth his time. And that's when Gash arrives, butt naked, riding an eagle. This is when you get a glimpse of the more comedic tone that the series is known for. You have this arrogant loner who gets his entire life flipped upside down by this strange, naked kid, claiming to be sent by Kiyomaru's father, Seitaro Takamine. In the letter, his father explains how he found Gash near death in a forest in England with, you guessed it, amnesia! And that all he had in his possession was a strange red book written in a language that not even an archaeological professor could decipher. So his immediate reaction was to send the little mystery kid to his 14-year-old son for his birthday. Makes sense. Kiyomaru, on the other hand, won't be having any of that. But then, this happens. Again, this is not a normal kid. Kiyomaru decides to head to school and takes the book with him. Young Gash promises Kiyomaru's mother that he'll help her son make friends by the end of the day. Meanwhile at school, Kiyomaru is having a difficult time deciphering the red book. But there's one intelligible sentence he has found. The first spell, Zakeru. Also, Gash is here. Noticing that Kiyomaru isn't paying attention, his teacher calls on him to answer a question. I'm sure you all can relate. But being the genius that he is, he easily answers the question, which spites his potato-faced teacher. But the scowls of his classmates are strong. They resent him for being so smart. He comes off as uppity or conceited, even when he doesn't mean to. And as a result, they resort to treating him like an outcast, and even bullying him. Kiyomaru decides to leave early, and is stopped by his classmate Mizuno. She asks Kiyomaru if he would mind tutoring her like he used to, but he doesn't exactly respond appropriately. Oh, and if it wasn't clear that Mizuno likes him, then yes, she likes him. I ship it. Out pops Gash in this stupidly adorable gym bag disguise that somehow no one has noticed until now. Gash is excited that Kiyomaru has at least one friend, even if that one friend is a ditzy airhead named Mizuno. But still, it's progress. Gash tells Kiyomaru that it's now time to initiate the hero strategy, in which he basically beats up the school bullies and becomes a hero to the other students. Come on guys, he's 6. Cut Gash some slack. It's a good idea. Kiyomaru, being the slightly awful person that he is, decides to humor Gash and tells him to meet him on the roof after school so they can both take on the bully named Kaneyama. But yeah, that ain't happening. He overhears 2 classmates saying that Mizuno has gone missing while collecting money for a school function, and you can guess where this is going. But Kiyomaru has no reason to worry. Gash can shoot lightning out of his mouth. He'll be fine. Lightning, huh? Nothing but blue skies and sunshine over here, Diane. Throughout this onslaught of child abuse, Gash is positive that Kiyomaru will come to the rescue. Kaneyama, of course, finds it hilarious that anyone would believe in Kiyomaru, the arrogant genius who despises everyone around him. Why would he suddenly change for this kid? And all Kiyomaru can do is ask himself why Gash believes so much in him. This particular page right here is where you begin to really appreciate Makoto Raiku's art style. You can see the pressure in this scene due to the beautiful use of these heavy dark lines, the heavy weight that Kiyomaru feels as he listens to Kaneyama's words. This is one of the main reasons I love this series so much. It's an emotional roller coaster full of character development and more crying than One Piece. Gash has heard enough and defends Kiyomaru, explaining how he didn't ask to be a genius and to be treated like an outcast. Gash even states how Kiyomaru's mother had said that before middle school, Kiyomaru had plenty of friends, and that they became jealous of his intellect once he hit middle school. Kids are pretty awful, huh? They have a school bully like Kaneyama running around mugging girls and punting kids, and yet Kiyomaru is being shunned just for even coming to class. And again, this beautiful art style that really shows the weight of these words and the emotional pressure these characters feel. Kiyomaru mans up and finally comes to defend his friends. Now that he's here, Kaneyama will beat the ever-loving stuffing out of him. Kiyomaru's ready to call it quits, but then Gash tells him that this is the liveliest Kiyomaru's face has ever been, and I agree. It's the face of someone who now has conviction. Operation Hero of Justice is a success! Sort of. They still have Kaneyama to deal with. Easy solution though, electrocute the sucker. Kind of extreme, but whatever, he's a bully, who cares? Realizing that Gash is unaware that he shoots lightning from his mouth, and that the Red Book has revealed to him the first spell, Kiyomaru prepares to attack. And the chapter concludes with Kiyomaru writing a rather normal letter to his father, thanking him for the birthday present. Can't argue with that. 9 out of 10. Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you like this video and want more, go ahead and hakai that there like button. Leave a comment below and subscribe. Want to see me wreck folks and smash? Click here. If creepy lists are more your thing, check out the channel They Will Kill You, where I use my buttery voice to narrate some rather creepy videos. Shout out to the artist Koaru for this amazing artwork. Links are in the description.